You are focusing on something in every moment of your life. The problem is, in the modern world, your focus is stretched and split between 100 different things, and your attention span is shit because of it. Due to this, you can't even focus even when you want to. And you can change this and fix this so that focusing becomes effortless and second nature to you, and you will be able to make real progress on whatever goals that you want to. And the best part about this is the change really only takes 30 days of commitment. A year ago, I was in the same exact place that you are right now. Right? I could not watch anything longer than 5 minutes without getting bored or distracted unless it was hyper edited and hyper stimulating. And I was not really learning anything in life. Even simple homeworks that should have taken me 10, 20, 30 minutes were taking me hours because I just could not bring myself to stay focused for longer than a couple minutes at a time. And I'm embarrassed to admit that, but that's actually what was going on. But this all really changed when I had to look at my approach to how I focused and changed how I approached focus completely in the middle of last year. If you can relate to the position that I was in and the symptoms that I was having, then just know that it is not your fault, right? You fell for a trap that society has set up that it's almost impossible to not fall for it. Social media is set up in a way to keep your attention and keep your attention spread between a million different things and speeding up the pace of what you need to actually grab attention. And this destroys your attention span, but it's also something that has made its way into literally every person's life in the modern world in some form or another. Social media likes to throw a lot of different goals in your face through fun and positive things that people are posting, right? Whether it be travel or business, making money, and attaining a physique, right? Whatever it is, social media is throwing it at you. And this causes a lot of people to have a bunch of different goals at the same time that don't really correlate or mesh with each other. You try to pick the certain things that you see on social media that you think would be beneficial or fun to go after, but it ends up just pulling your focus in a bunch of different directions, really weakening the effect of your focus at all. You need to realize that your focus is at its best and most effective when it's prioritizing one thing. And when you pick one main goal to go after, the progress is going to become a lot quicker because you're directing your focus truly towards just one avenue. If you're trying to get that 10 out of 10 physique, right, and that's your focus, do you think you're going to make better progress if you're trying to just get that 10 out of 10 physique and only focused on that? Or you're focused on the physique and building a business and reading more books in a certain amount of time and trying to make money online and trying to increase your focus for work, right? What do you think is going to actually get you the results faster? It's obviously just focusing on the one, just focusing on improving your physique. So to remedy this spread focus where you're really just not getting any results and you have a bunch of different goals, prioritize one goal that you really want to hit and then dedicate the time that you're focused on it, that you don't have to expend to other responsibilities in your life. Dedicate that time to learning about that thing and actually working on that thing. So if it is the physique, dedicate your time to just learning about proper form, the best exercises, whatever you're trying to do, and then actually spend time implementing it and working out, right? And you can do this for any area of your life, but just pick the one goal that you really want to prioritize. Doing this, again, just isolates your focus on one goal so that it's not spread in a million different places and you can just focus on one thing and make the progress consistently and more efficiently than if you were trying to learn 10 different things at once. Now, you may try this and go, well, I tried that and I still can't really focus when I try to, and when I try to work, I get distracted easily, right? And that's because, frankly, right, your mind is still shit, right? It's not functioning properly. Right? You need to work on building your ability to focus, and there's multiple factors that directly affect how well you can focus, and they will make a monumental difference if you can isolate them and change how you go about them in combination with just picking that one goal and focusing on it. The four most important factors that affect this are diet, sleep, mental clarity, and your environment. Your diet greatly impacts how well your brain physically functions and your whole body functions, right? If you have a shit diet, it's gonna function like shit, and your body's gonna function like shit, and anything you produce is gonna function like shit. Right? This is also just a broader point right here. All of your inputs correlate to your outputs, right? If you have a shit input, you are going to get a shit output. But if you actually work on giving yourself good inputs and taking in good quality information, food, right? Whatever realm you're trying to grow in, if you're feeding yourself good inputs for that, then your outputs are going to be better. So just keep that in mind whenever you're trying to decide on what to do and you have a goal. You need the best inputs possible to get the best outputs. The same can be said for your sleep, right? Get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. And regardless of what people say, right? There are people who say, I'm fine with 6 hours of sleep, right? They're not. They are suffering from that, even if they don't realize it. And if they slept 8 to 9 hours, they would get a difference. And if you're one of those people, just sleep 8 to 9 hours. Start doing that. Do that for a week, a month, and you're going to notice the difference. Now, mental clarity is an important factor that's often overlooked by a lot of people, right? You need clarity on your macro goal and your micro goals that fit into the macro goal. So what that means is, right, when you pick a goal to prioritize, like before, right, whatever goal you have to prioritize, let's say the 10 out of 10 physique, there are micro goals within that will dictate your success. So if you want the 10 out of 10 physique, then you have to align your micro goals to hit the macro goal. You have to know what workout routine you're trying to stick to and go for whatever results you're going for. You need to know what type of diet you should be on. You need to know what type of sleep you should be getting. You need to know what time you're actually going to be consistent, right? There are a bunch of smaller goals that fit into this, right? And another one would be like your form, right? You need to know what type of form you're hitting in the gym so that you're actually making progress, right? All of these micro goals are going to add up and compound to get you to that macro goal of the 10 out of 10 physique or whatever it is that you prioritize. You just need actually clarity on that. Because if you have the goal of 10 out of 10 physique, but you don't know any of the micro goals to get there, and you just kind of generally go and work out, you're not gonna get there. You need to know the smaller parts of your big goal that make up the big goal and will actually get you there. Now, finally, your environment is probably the most important factor of these four, right? If you have all the other factors perfect, but your environment is working against you, it's going to be near impossible to hit your goal, right? Your environment is one of the single greatest influences on how you will behave and act, that it's almost incomparable to anything else, right? If you're surrounding yourself with people who do drugs all the time and who are partying all the time and not doing work, and they're skipping classes, or they're just doing horrendous work at their jobs and they're barely trying, if that's the type of person you're around, it's going to be a lot harder to make progress in your business, in your pursuits, whatever they may be. If the pursuit requires some sort of discipline and commitment, it's going to be way harder because you're more likely to indulge in the activities of them because they're directly involved in your environment, right? The same can be said for just if you have a super messy and cluttered room and you are trying to become more productive, it's less likely that you're going to actually get work done or want to start doing work because you don't have a place to do the work, right? Your environment really dictates how you think about the actions that you want to take. Because if you have a clean desk and an organized desk and everything is set up for you to get ready and to work, it's not going to be hard to convince yourself to work. But if everything's super cluttered and messy, then you have a lot of steps to take to actually be able to do the work, or you have to find somewhere else to do the work, right? So there's a lot of deterring factors in your environment. So by cleaning up your environment and aligning it to your goals and your purposes, it's going to become 100 times easier to just actually commit to the actions that you know you need to do. Finally, to directly increase your focus specifically, right? All these prior factors are going to contribute to your focus, but to directly contribute to your ability to focus so that you can get more work done in less time, what you need to do is, and I can't praise it enough, I've said it so many times on this channel, but is to just meditate. Right? Meditate 20 minutes every day. It's going to not only increase your focus, but it's going to increase your awareness of your thoughts. So you're going to be more aware of what you're thinking and more aware of the decisions that you're making actively in the moment. And it's going to be less of like something where you look back in retrospect and you're like, I should have done this, right? That's going to happen less and less because you're aware of the thoughts in the moment and you can dictate your thoughts more easily. And it's also going to make your emotional regulation a lot easier. So when you don't feel like doing work, but you know you have to do work, it's going to be a lot easier to just push yourself into that work mode and regulate your emotions. It's going to be a lot easier to quell those emotions. If you're having negative emotions, like say you need to wake up early to go to the gym, but you wake up and you're a little tired and, maybe you're a little sore and you don't feel like it. And these negative emotions are trying to keep you in bed and just convince you, right? It's going to be a lot easier to just brush those off and continue with your day. And the same can be said for when super negative things happen to you. You're going to be less likely to just react in some sort of outburst. And you're going to be able to actually recognize whether you have anger or frustration or whatever it is and quell it before it becomes something where you react and you regret the actions that you took. Right? All of these are going to help your work life. They're going to help make your progress on your goals a lot easier. And it's going to help you stay focused overall and just commit to the goal and streamline the process of getting from where you are to where you want to be. So just a quick summary here, right? You want to try and isolate the one primary goal that you want to work towards to make more progress than you would otherwise, and dedicate as much time as possible to learning about that thing and actually working on that thing so you get direct experience from it. You want to increase your focus by fixing your diet and fixing your sleep, and you want to increase your clarity on the big goal and the smaller goals that make up that goal so that you know what actions you actually need to take. And you want to align your environment that you are in towards the actions that you know you need to take once you have that clarity. And once you've done all this, just start meditating every single day. Don't compromise on this. It's going to have way, way more effect than you think it's going to. And in the beginning, it's going to seem like not much is happening. But after literally just a month of this, you're going to notice the difference and you're going to notice the results. And if you do all of these things, you are guaranteed to see improvement, not only in just the goal that you pick, but in other aspects of your life that you probably didn't expect. And it's going to make the pursuits that felt impossible before feel easy. And the clarity alone is just going to help you make so much more progress. And move towards what you've always felt like you've been stuck away from getting. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe. And please give me any advice down in the comments. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, because I want to provide the most value for you as possible. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day and stay blessed.